13 years old, always got a smile on his face. A road diverged in his woods. He chose the path of murder. The following is the Jeff the Killer story of... The following Jeff the Killer story is abridged for your viewing pleasure.
Ominous unknown killer still at large!
We don't know how all these murders keep happening. It's probably this ominous killer's man. We reached out to this brave young boy who survived one of the killer's attacks. Look at how brave he is.
You said attacks.
I had a bad dream and then I didn't anymore and my window was open and whoa! There was killer mans hiding behind windows. I looked at his eyes and they weren't regular eyes. I tell you what, there was dark, ominous eyes. And he had a long, horrendous smile. And he was all, go to sleep. And then I went like, I'm going to gut you like a good, what? I'm going to cut you real good, boy. And I reckon he was out to get me like a crawdad. He's... I don't reckon he was out to gut me like a crawdad, but then my pappy came in and somebody called the cops and the killer man's done jump out the window. Hooting and hollering. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face, those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head. Have you seen Killer Mans? Call the cops, yo. Once upon a time, Jeff and his family moved into a new neighborhood. Jeff's dad was all, son, how about we try out one of those fancy neighborhoods? And then Jeff, his mother, his father, and his brother Lou did. Some neighbors came by to welcome them to the neighborhood and to their son Billy's birthday party. Sure, we'd love to. Who's saying sure?
But why'd you go and do that, Mom? What, you think I'm some kind of ram or something? You haven't noticed I'm not some dumb kid, you know.
Come on, Jeff. It's a nice way to introduce... And then Jeff's head hurt, and he felt the murder vibes. He woke up the next day and felt more murder vibes. Then he and his brother, Lou, headed to school. At the bus stop, a crazy skater punk did some sick kick flips over their laps.
Looks like we got some new meat. I'm just gonna take some of your money right here and...
Jeff starts feeling the murder vibes again, and suddenly... Jeff stabs the skater punk and runs away with his brother Lou to school. Lou just thought of the event as your average everyday kid stabbings, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. The ominous Jeff ominously felt pretty good about the ominous murder vibes. Jeff arrives home. How was your day, Jeffy?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Stab.
That's nice. The next morning, there was a knock at the door. Jeffy walked down to find a police officer at the door. Son, this gentleman says you and your brother were involved in a stabbing. Sounds pretty serious. What do you have to say for yourself, young man?
Yeah, brother, it's me! It was me, Christopher! It was me all along!
Well, that's all we need to hear. Looks like we got our man. Let's say you're in juvie. Cuff 'em, boys.
But it was me. It was me. See you later.
Youth these days, I guess this sort of thing is just bound to happen. Today's the day.
What?
Billy's birthday party, silly Billy. You're going to go party and be happy, dagnabbit. This is what believable parents would do. Is that all you're wearing to Billy's birthday party?
It's better than wearing too much. Look at you, two. With the $30 suits and your dresses. You make me sick.
Fine, let's go.
They crossed the street to Billy's house and, yep, sure enough, Billy's parents were way overdressed too. The whole house was packed with adults wearing fancy clothes such as shirts what button, not sweats, and things that fit. They even had the nerve to match. Jeffy briefly considered the idea that these fake plasticine doll people might have even gone as far as brushing their teeth for the event, and Jeffy threw up a little in his mouth. The kids are out in the back. Why don't you go meet them? There were a bunch of little kids in cowboy suits running around in the back.
This is a dumb, a stupid, and also for girls.
Jeff reluctantly started playing with the kids. He even started enjoying himself when suddenly the skateboard punk and a couple of his friends jumped over the fence in their skateboards.
I'll flash my teeth with your guts.
I got you real good.
The punks all pull out guns. Everyone runs out of the house, and they all fight mega hard. They stab Jeffy in the shoulder and kick him when he's downed. Jeff runs away from their bullets and into a bathroom. In the pursuit, they knock down a bottle of bleach, and it spills all over Jeffy. One of the punks lets out an ominous smile.
But what's so funny?
The punk throws a lighter at Jeffy. Jeffy let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. Jeffy was a walking inferno. The last thing Jeffy saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame before he passed out. When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face and stitches all over his body. Honey, are you okay?
Bleh.
Oh, honey, I have great news. All the witnesses at the scene told the police about the incident, and the police have decided that Lou should come back home. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be together again. Jeffy's family visits him in the hospital over the following weeks, and eventually the doctors remove the bandages. Jeffy's mother screams.
Yes, it's not that bad.
Jeff rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw his lips were burnt to a deep red. His face turned pure white. Jeffy rubbed his leather face and turned around. Hey, pretty cool. Son? And then later Jeffy and his family went home, and Jeffy cut his mouth open into an ominous smile. And Jeffy killed his parents and then his brother Lou.
Shush. Just go to sleep. It's an awesome story.
Fake? I love you. It's the best thing to read for sleep.
It may have its grammar errors here and there, but Jeff the Killer is a story that only scares with the evidence it comes with.
Final score 74 out of 100.
Okay, to me, this is one of the best pastas ever, not to be mean to any other pastas.
Jeff the Killer is freaking awesome!
I wish he was real.
Poor Jeff.
Man, I will kill everyone who goes to sleep too. Jeff, I respect that.
Me too. I heard and read the story many times, yet it never gets old. To be honest, from all the stories I've read so far, I think this is the best story I read. Also, the language used is really good. A very well made and organized story. Good work! I would like to read more of it. I read the second part, by the way. Was it just me, or did anyone else research on Jeff when they first heard of him to check if he was real? I love this story. It's very well written. Honestly, I never knew this about Jeff, and now I feel sorry for him because I know now what he's been through. I read this story at night, and honestly, it didn't scare me, but at all, it only made me sad to know what pain he's gone through. Poor Jeff. Now, I know why he's become the way he is. So much pain in his life. Great story. Almost made me cry. Not from fear, but for feeling sorry for Jeff. This is now one of my favorite creepypasta stories. And kind of scary. But that's what makes it so entertaining to read. I love it too.
I read this every night at midnight. No.
And sometimes do I just get to reading it over and over again.
Sounds like something I could do. I honestly can't sleep. I don't really get tired. Ooh, that's just how I really am, honestly. I don't have a decease or anything. I'm just not really all that tired at night. Weird thing is, I don't get tired really during the day, even if I only get like 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I can get a bit, well, insane, you could say. Really, it's crazy for me because I'm not like a psycho, although I do get laughing spasms sometimes, and they can last up to 5 minutes to where Judy start laughing like a maniac, and I can't stop, but when I do, I'm on like a blank. It's funny. So I guess I can kind of relate to Jeff's laughter, except I just laugh to laugh and smile to smile, just because I can.
Why did Lou have to die? He was one of my favorite characters. I was literally in tears when they brought him up in Slenderman Ferris Jeff the Killer. Rest in peace.
I may just be incredibly oblivious, but would someone please enlighten me on what the plot hole is here? I've looked it over many times, I still can't find it. Yeah, this Halloween I beat him. Awesome story. Every night I see him in my room. I like butter. You little cuckoo, but now he's happy forever. Even though he killed his parents, but who cares? Derpy, Jeff is the Who Man.
Most people say that if they met Jeff in real life, they would have a fangirl attack when they will do say, please don't kill me. Whereas I would really just grab his face, hands around his cheeks and kiss him. It's not like I have nothing to lose. I mean, if he felt the same way, it's a win, but if he rejects me and kills me, well, I hate my life. So there's really no use for my life. Oh, and if he rejects me and doesn't kill me, then I will grab his knife still in his hand as he walks away and force him to stab me. So it's either win or suicide. Most fangirls can't say they would do what I do.
Whoops! Accidentally added a second T in but I was thinking about Jeff.
It's just a story. Sheesh, people.
8 out of 10, it was pretty creepy.